I knew that I was different, that I was special, but not like this. Not like this.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at 10 games that could possibly make the PS5 Pro a worthwhile investment. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Grand Theft Auto 6. For many folks, the PS5 Pro was already a worthy purchase as the long-awaited GTA 6 is finally coming in 2025. With the amount of resources Rockstar pours into populating its worlds and making it feel alive, GTA 6 could definitely benefit from this mid-gen refresh.
Well, look who's back!
Not only will we get to play at a higher resolution, the hardware could help the game run a lot smoother than it may end up running on a base PS5. Of course, perhaps the bigger difference between base PS5 and PS5 Pro will just be in the ray tracing. We'll just have to wait and see. Cyberpunk 2077.
Matters not where you're from, matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk in Night City.
With how many copies it sold, chances are you already own a copy of Cyberpunk complete with the PS5 version. Admittedly, the game already runs amazing on a base PS5 with smooth frame rates and high resolution. A PS5 Pro, on the other hand, could enhance the game even further simply by adding ray tracing support.
Shields down. Let's finish him off.
Cyberpunk is already fun to play on base, yes, but if you really want to experience the version we saw during the preview events, then the closest you'll get without buying a PC is probably going to be the PS5 Pro version. And yes, we know that CD Projekt has said there are no plans for a PS5 Pro patch, but hey, who's to say that won't change later down the road? Monster Hunter Wilds.
This is its territory. We're intruders.
One of the biggest draws of Monster Hunter is the potential immersion. Every environment is assembled in such a way with its wildlife that they look like they could actually exist. Only problem is when the resolution and frame rate tanks because everyone's pulling off frenetic combos and causing total devastation. A PS5 Pro could alleviate some of these technical hindrances and ensure the game is running just fine regardless of what's going on. Besides, the last thing we need is some anomaly where 4 bards caused consoles to stutter and crash just by jamming out mid-fight.
Black flame.
Dragon's Dogma II.
There is a stone not far from here, known as a Rift Stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
While Dragon's Dogma II runs just fine on base PS5, it isn't exactly Capcom's best-looking game on the console. Even when the game is able to hit the higher frame rates, there are some areas that look a little less refined than others. Perhaps a PS5 Pro patch could get this game to where it really needs to be. The sooner Dragon's Dogma 2 can hit 4K resolution at 60 frames per second, that could push more copies out the door. We just hope Capcom figures it out sooner rather than later. Ghost of Yote.
And now, every Ronin here is after you.
Sucker Punch's games have never been known to be visually demanding. Ghost of Tsushima was the most realistic game the studio has put out since the good old days of Infamous, although Ghost of Yote might usurp its predecessor very soon. With the terrain of Mount Yote and Sucker Punch's love for environmental visual and audio effects, we can already expect Ghost of Yote to be an incredibly immersive video game. The PS5 Pro's capabilities could allow for not just higher resolutions, but also a mesmerizing display of ray tracing. Here's hoping Sony will dive in with more details soon. Death Stranding 2.
Sam, would you mind if I joined you?
Humor him.
Now, the original Death Stranding wasn't exactly the most graphically demanding game even on the PS4. We highly doubt Death Stranding 2 is going to be any more of a visual powerhouse either. However, maybe the PS5 Pro can give the game a bit more breathing room in something like draw distance.
Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it.
Maybe we'll get an even more diverse group of biomes to navigate with more realistic weather and terrain. It's hard to imagine what exactly might change here given what little we know about the game currently.
Sam the man in the dark about everything.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West.
It would behoove Konami to put out a PS5 Pro patch for their shiny new Metal Gear game, especially given how long it's been since we last saw Snake. Higher resolutions and smoother frame rates could help make this the triumphant return both fans and Konami have been wanting for ages.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Plus, the PS5 Pro could give a little assistance with helping enemies appear just a bit clearer in the distance. Either way, if Metal Gear is truly coming back, it's gotta look sexy as hell, and a PS5 Pro patch will certainly get the job done. Claire Obscura, Expedition 33.
We're the only ones left.
If you haven't seen Expedition 33, this has quickly established itself as one of the most visually stunning games of the current generation, at least for the time being. And it's not just because of particle effects either. There's clearly a ton of detail in textures and animations here, and that might end up sacrificing performance on a PS5 in some capacity.
It only attacks when...
It's coming!
With a PS5 Pro, perhaps we'll be able to enjoy Expedition 33 without any compromises no matter how brief they could be. We'll just have to wait and see when it releases in 2025.
Right. We are Expedition 33.
Marvel's Wolverine. It's been a mystery as to why Insomniac and Sony have been so tight-lipped about their upcoming Wolverine game. Well, maybe the PS5 Pro had something to do with it. A rumor has floated around suggesting Insomniac is shooting for an M rating, and if they have some unique dismemberment animations and/or physics, they might need something powerful like a PS5 Pro to get the game running perfectly. That isn't to say it won't come to base PS5 or it'll look bad on PS5 obviously, but if they want the game looking and running great, they've probably had to hold out for a bit while the PS5 Pro was getting produced. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sequel. One of the biggest complaints about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was how the game looked on a base PS5 when running under performance mode. Players reported blurry visuals and pop-ins while others didn't seem to have these problems.
Got ya!
Even though Rebirth has vastly improved with its PS5 Pro patch, this perfectly sets up the third and final game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. Square Enix has had the technology for some time now, and they'll now know how to get it to work before they're ready for launch. Hopefully. That said, we shouldn't have to worry about supposedly smeared blurry pictures in the future. Hopefully.
After 5 years, doing who knows what.
Because he wants to finish what he started.
Which game are you hoping to see receive a PS5 Pro patch? Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.